Brand new banger.
I'm like, yo, man, this is bullshit. And blah, blah, blah. He's like, hey, man, maybe it's meant for a reason.
Always thought of it like that, bro. You really fucked up.
Mm-hmm. Like, I can't get rid of this thing.
Life was easy. Fuck out my face.
Yeah, what it was. I expect you to do the bare minimum, because then what's the point?
True. To do that, I went and got one from the aisle, you dumb fuck.
And shut the fuck up and lay low.
You're female, like you could work your charms in certain situations that I wouldn't be able to. You know how much free shit you gotten? She wants to word to mama shit. Oh, got him. We understand it's gonna bother you. Some of us went through it. Some of us are gonna go through it.
Yeah.
Well,
that was not the entrance shit that we have. I don't know why that's there. Me, right? So we're starting off like this.
I was wondering. I was like, wait a second, this ain't the Tone the Show with Ray and Gigi.
Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute.
I was like,
when did you have the balls, the unlimited gall, to fucking change my shit?
I was like, wait, why did I hear the LaCock joke? Like, no.
Yeah, like, wait a minute.
Shout out to LaCock.
One time to LaCock somebody.
And it's Fridays and or Saturdays or Sunday, depending on the day.
You don't LaCock somebody on a Tuesday, you bitch, slap them, but you have some respect. What kind of world we living in?
You know what it is? Because yesterday when I promoted what shows we're doing this week, we still don't know when we're doing the Tone the Show with Ray and Gigi. So it's like, they're like, fuck it, y'all doing it on a Tuesday now.
Yeah, fuck it. It's like Seinfeld. If you don't know, you don't.
It's like, fuck it. We're there.
This is going crazy. Why did my whole fucking room just vibrate?
Wait, what?
The whole room just vibrated.
That's not good. That is not good at all.
Someone tell Jesus. Looks like we're gonna have to go back to. We're gonna have to spend some time together. Right?
Yeah, it looks like we're gonna have to switch things up because this ain't it.
So. Normal guys first. How y'all doing? We're doing pretty good, but they just Restream changed everything, and it kind of fucks me up. And Quan, we love you too.
Yeah, let me look because I'm not looking at the comments. So let's see. Jesus, what's going on, Taquan? Damn.
Listen.
Yeah, like this. I'm noticing.
He got arrested for something similar to that.
Yo, it's funny because it's like all this is the Tone the Show shit. Meanwhile, we're on the comic shit.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Okay.
Yo, you know why?
Why?
Because I bet you this stupid shit. When I had to make the different streams,
yeah,
the last one I made was the Tone the Show one.
Oh, so it just saved that as everything.
So it just saved it. So I did all that for nothing. Is what they're saying. But what I'm saying to you, Ray, is tomorrow we got some work to do. Either tomorrow or Thursday. Nah, tomorrow we got some work to do.
Yeah.
Even though it's cheaper in the other spot.
All right, so it's gonna be tomorrow. We're gonna do some shit because fuck it. But what's going on, y'all? We back at another edition of NuKKle HeDD Comics, aka
Tone the Show.
Yeah, cause look at it now.
Brand new banger.
It's NuKKle HeDD Comics Tuesday. Is fucking Tuesday.
There you go. You got a little bit of a. Now you know it's Tuesday, so we better. What I was gonna say is, aka NuKKle HeDD Comics, aka Ray letting Cap down again day, because I've yet to watch either of the two shows that will be discussed today. So y'all know what it is. I will be here for the news portion or anything else portion. And when it comes to those, I will bid y'all adieu for a little bit, because I do plan on watching this. This is the bittersweet thing is I do plan on watching and then giving a full essay on why I probably am gonna like both of these shows, but I just didn't give them the right time to watch it.
You know, son, I'm dyslexic. I got a little bit of other learning disabilities, but even I know that when you spell liar, you can't spell liar without R-A-Y.
We're gonna let you have the joke because there's no Y in liar, but sure.
No, you're gonna let me have the joke because it's smart, it's funny, and it's factual.
But I'm not lying. I am gonna watch said shows. I just need to find the time.
Explain. Hold on. We're gonna give you a little inside baseball here, baby.
Here we go.
I do my little shitty Dusty Rhodes impression.
You're making dream Dusty Rhodes, baby.
Tell the people what you were watching on Disney Plus instead of watching Agatha all along.
Okay. Baby. So yesterday, after a very long weekend, I decided, you know what I'm gonna do after I finally got home and after doing some stuff?
What you gonna do?
Watch the Avengers. Cause fuck it, why not? Let's watch
for the 450th time.
Fuck them, that's why.
I watched the Avengers, then proceeded to start playing Fortnite, and then we did the Raw watch
without me.
Yeah,
because he just so happened to put a fucking virus in my shit.
I didn't put a virus in your shit. Your shit just said fuck it. That's why. Yeah. Which also, you know, I bought another headset last Friday. I bought a new headset because of this one not fucking wanting to work properly. Today I had to go return said headset
again
because that one didn't work either. So I don't know what the fuck is happening with me with headsets.
Is it your headset or is it your controller? Because now I'm starting to think maybe.
Bro, these are fucking. I don't know. At this point, I'm about to buy a new controller and a fucking wireless headset and see what happens.
Yo, it's not the headset. You don't listen.
But the problem was, Cap, I could listen to. I tried to play Friday when I got the headset. I could hear the person, just couldn't hear me. So I'm like, what the fuck is what's going on? So there were headphones.
So
but
the headset worked. Your mic didn't work.
Yeah. The mic attached to the said headset was not working.
But you have a mic in front of you. What's up, normal guy?
I can't use that for PlayStation.
Yeah, you can.
But I'm just Loki.
How?
It's USB, right?
They're XLR mics.
No, the USB ones you have. You didn't start with an XLR mic. Oh, I forgot Mr. $60 hamburger. Fucking started.
I was gonna say, wait, which mic? I know which mic you're talking about now, but yeah, that's gone. Unfortunately, we just have the XLR mics.
Wow, so rich you can just get rid of useful shit. Look at that.
Yeah.
Those mics are kind of fucked up now because I used them for too damn long. So
probably a normal guy. Listen, Ray, God damn it.
I'm sorry, noble guy.
What did you do, Ray?
I didn't do anything. I was trying to buy a mic and that shit didn't work. So I had to go give it back.
Because Mike didn't want to go that way. But if you would have bought a fucking microphone, you'd have had better luck.
Probably. But what's going on, y'all? How's everyone doing?
I just got worse. Fucking Longhorn Steakhouse just sent me an email saying Salmon for steak lovers. Like, nigga, don't send me no fucking fish.
Wait,
I look like a vegan?
I thought you were going to say that they sent you an email saying you owe them money for something.
I was going to say, wait, what happened? Be like, yo, they billed me again. It's like, yo, we haven't gone to Longhorn in a minute.
Word.
So,
I ain't no bitch.
Is the only news that I have. I don't know if you guys have any more news, but Giancarlo Esposito, as he pronounces himself,
yes,
has confirmed that he is going back to do reshoots next week for Captain America, NWO, Brave New World, whatever the fuck they're calling it.
Wait, what?
Captain
He's going back to do more reshoots.
They're doing reshoots when the movie's supposed to come out in what?
February. I think that's because of the poor reception from both cuts they showed at the test screenings.
So this movie's gonna get pushed back. This movie's gonna get pushed back, isn't it?
No. Well, here's the problem with this movie. This movie is going to cost so much to make that it is going to fail at the theater no matter how good it does. It would have to be, so picture this, right? The Captain Marvel 2, the Marvels, right? That was done for around 230, 250, some even say $300 million. And in order for it to make a profit, it would have had to have made close to $1 billion worldwide. If Captain America Brave New World has similar budget, again, it is going to have to make close to $1 billion just to break even from what the cost was and what the fucking all the promotional shit and whatever else they're doing with it. Which means that this movie is going to fail, period. Because no matter how good it is, I don't foresee this making $1 billion worldwide.
So what you're saying is there's a chance.
I mean, there's always a chance, but put it this way. One guy that I'm not going to name him here because I never name anybody.
Taekwon
did a review of Agatha All Along and put it in his top tier of MCU shows. Captain America and the Winter Soldier was in his bottom tier. And this is somebody who's not into the whole the show is too political, blah, blah, blah shit. He's just looking at it and in terms of an episodic TV show.
So what you're saying is, in the debate, in spirit of the election, what you're saying is that the show can have women, just can't have minority women in it?
I don't think I understand what you... Okay.
Listen,
no, I get it now.
The Acolyte sucked, but everybody hated it. Miss Marvel, I loved it, but everyone hated it.
Yeah.
No,
but then Agatha comes along. It's one of the best in the world. I'm just saying, it never died.
I mean, there was majority women and minorities in Agatha, though.
It was one.
Huh? The Earth Witch from the Potions Witch from SNL.
Yeah.
The Asian lady who's the Fire Witch.
Yeah.
Aubrey Plaza is not purely white.
But they killed all of them.
They were still in the show.
But for the purpose of killing them. It's like the black man in the horror movie. Which is crazy because I don't think not one black guy was hurt in the making of any of the Terrifier movies. No.
You don't remember the cop in 3 and the fucking
he's
clerk
blue.
And the what do you call it? The costume shop in part 2.
Well, first off, the cop is blue, and the second off, that guy was clearly trying to fuck that woman, and Art did his paper.
And you're forgetting Chris Jericho.
He's Canadian. But anyway.
Yeah, so basically what I'm saying is no matter how good Captain America 4 becomes, I don't think it's feasible for it to make the money necessary for this for it to turn a profit for Disney. This is going to be just like what the Disney Plus shows were in the beginning. This is going to be a money loser that they're putting out. I think this is going to be one of those more...
we need to tell the story then?
No, we need to show them that we're getting back to quality movies. Fuck what it does box office-wise. As long as the people could see, hey, we're getting back to trying to tell quality stories.
But you know what it is? They said either you're gonna like Captain America: Brave New World, or we're gonna cancel Blade.
Well, we called them on the bluff then because they canceled Blade.
Yeah, they canceled Blade indefinitely, which is fucking crazy. But some more quick news since Ray's not here, can't interrupt us. 20th Century Studios says a new Alien vs. Predator film will likely happen. David Harris, I believe he's one of the members of the Warriors, passed away from the movie The Warriors. All right, let's see. The Predator should continue with us. Never mind. John Korsnecki returning to star in Jack Ryan movie. Okay. Christopher Lee spent his last months alive watching The Lord of the Rings. Okay, hold on. I gotta get better news for y'all, but because no one else is here, we gotta do this. Wait a minute. Takayashi Yamazaki, Godzilla -1, indicates that he has met with Marvel Studios. Kevin Feige said, "We have meetings every day to see if we can develop something like that." And there's a picture of Marvel Studios with a Godzilla with him holding the Godzilla figure.
Yo, hold on, because if you telling me that we can get this guy
right here,
if you're telling me that he could develop this movie, Godzilla versus the Avengers, Marvel is saved.
Shit,
you make it for $15 million like they did, and you make it as good as they did -1. You got another fucking $1 billion movie on your hands. Ooh, Mr. Loki. Fucking 10 points to Gryffindor. Mr. Loki. Fing, fang, foom. I didn't even think of that shit because I didn't even think they would.
See? Gotta think with your heart.
Look at that. I think we need to get Mr. Loki in here to replace me.
Or at least Ray, because at least Mr. Loki, you fucking watched it. Oh, little tidbit for people who think that this is a game. The mayor from Jaws was still the mayor in Jaws 2. And that's why it's important to go out there and vote. I don't know what that means because I didn't watch Jaws 1 and 2. So what is it? He didn't give a shit that there was a big ass shark killing people?
No, well, in Jaws 1, he still tried to keep the beaches open and shit because he was trying to make money. That was the biggest money-making time for his little island there.
Oh, yeah, it's a little shark. How many can it kill, right?
Jaws 2, I don't remember so much. I do know, is it Jaws 2 or Jaws 3? I think it's Jaws 3, The Revenge. It's a family-related shark who's getting revenge on the wife of the fucking police captain who killed their family member in the first place. It's fucking bananas.
It was a baby looking up at the shore, seeing a police officer. Die, you son of a bitch! Boom, boom, boom. When I get bigger, I swear to God, I'm going to kill you and your whole family and everyone else on this beach.
Why the hell was he JFK?
Because they were going to go to the shore and do the other thing. That was the motivation. I did enjoy Archie and Jughead Winter Wonderland comic book. Oh, nice. So the future. Oh, no. Future The Batman spinoffs will be character driven, much like the Penguin. I don't think that needed to be announced, but that makes sense.
But wait, is the Batman spinoff about Batman or another character?
I guess the next time they do a spinoff of the Batman universe, it will probably be another character. So it'll probably be like,
you know who'd be great for that? Clayface.
Yeah, an actor that fucks around and finds out.
Yeah.
I'm starting to think with how bad Marvel and DC storytelling movies are, we'll never get. Well, all right. Here's the thing: Marvel versus DC will come out when this generation turns 29, 30. So I'm gonna say in about another 12, 15 years.
Yeah, just
We would
look
have
at it
never
this way.
thought we got an Avengers movie, but we got one. It just so happened to be at the time where everybody that originated with the Marvel and DC comic books died off or were too fucking old to know what the fuck's happening.
Yeah, just think of it this way. If Marvel can get back to quality and James Gunn can bring the DC to quality, you have James Gunn and Kevin Feige. You don't think they can work something out between the two of them?
I mean, shit, sound like they can to me. The only thing is, like,
You know,
they would have to have Darkseid and Thanos working together, or Darkseid and someone else working together, because they're only gonna fight for the beginning of the movie. Then the next thing you know, Martha, Susan.
I think
We gotta save each other now.
I think what we should do is shell out big bucks and have Marvel and DC compete with Sony, and we do an animated Marvel versus DC where you can get the actors to come in and voice, and you can keep it like the comic where there's one dude who can cross both dimensions who is accidentally pulling everybody together and causing the fight. And that's how you do it without fucking up continuity, without messing
Wait,
contracts of who's coming back and doing what and
so,
blah blah blah.
so you're saying that's how they pull Batman and Daredevil together? Gotham and Hell's Kitchen just merge?
Yeah.
What's that
Although
line?
in the comics he fought Captain
Spider-Man?
America. But
No, look, I hear you. I'm just saying, I just see it now. Batman, you cross that line, my territory. Deadpool's like, you're in Hell's Kitchen, oh my territory. Spider-Man's like, oh.
yo, I would have Deadpool running around screaming for Martha. And when Batman shows up, he's like, "Why are you saying that name?" He's like, "I'm not looking for yours. I'm trying to see if anybody on our side has a Martha."
We need to save. We need to fuck up Superman. He's too goddamn strong. Go back to your fight with Daredevil. Shut up. We're on the phone with Johnson and Johnson trying to get more baby oil. Bro, he's been on that phone for all day looking for. He got a bat mitzvah coming up. But you said Clayface. That would be a good one, and that's one we haven't seen before either.
I mean, if they're gonna do character driven, that there's no more tragic person than that.
Yeah. Speaking of James Gunn DCU officially begins in 1 month. They have the teaser trailer for the Knockout Kings. What is it? The Suburban Commandos, Creature Commandos.
I thought it's not coming out this month.
I thought it was November.
We are in November.
See?
It's November 5th right now.
Yeah, but when this post was made, it was 7 hours ago. November didn't happen 7 hours ago.
Yeah.
The Mandalorian and Grogu has wrapped filming. It's funny, they can make a movie for Mandalorian and Grogu, but they can't make a movie for Blade.
Well, I mean, you got Jon Favreau, who was into this shit, and Dave Filoni, who is now by Star Wars fandom questionable of what the fuck he's doing. This has to be. Oh, well, we'll get to that in a second, but this has to be a major win for Star Wars. This has to be season 1 and 2 of Mandalorian. Otherwise, they're gonna burn all the equity they have. But what I was gonna say, the full-length trailer to Skeleton Crew came out.
Oh, okay. And that's live action, right? That's not a cartoon.
Yes.
We're gonna have to watch that. So apparently Wolverine and Daredevil fought, and Wolverine humbled Daredevil because Daredevil goes, "My gut lurches as I realize the truth. I can't win. He's too strong, too tough, and too vicious."
Hold on. What? The first part of that cut out for me.
Oh, I said Wolverine humbles Daredevil.
Damn it, he's
Apparently,
in his all white too.
yeah, I was gonna say apparently a man with animanium claws and the best healing factor in the in the in the game is a little bit too much for a blind man.
Yeah, dude, that's why they had to give him a power boost.
Daredevil?
Yeah. So now Daredevil is like the god of justice or some shit. Like he can tell lied. Like he's got some weird shit. I gotta look up the specific wording of it because it's.
So apparently the trailer to Daredevil Born Again will drop Saturday. This Saturday. And Eddie Brock will become Carnage in a new comic book series titled Eddie Brock Carnage. If the title didn't give it away, then you need to learn how to read. So there's a theory, and I want to see if you know this, that Obi-Wan Kenobi saw his master Qui-Gon Jinn die using, what was it, Form 3? Using the
Obi's form.
Yeah, but using the form that Qui-Gon taught him.
Okay.
When he saw that he died, he realized that form was too open to counters and attacks. So he studied defense, thus making himself the master of Form 3 and defense.
Yeah.
And I think Mace Windu said that he was one of the greatest lightsabers in the world or some shit.
Yeah. So Obi-Wan is the master of Form 3. Form 3 is the defense form. Where he essentially became Floyd Mayweather.
Okay.
That's his thing. That's what Form 3 does. And real quick, so Daredevil can now see demons that are inhabiting human form and force them out of their host.
What?
Yeah, because he's now like the god of justice. So any demons that are.
Wouldn't that be the job of Ghost Rider?
Huh?
Isn't that essentially what Ghost Rider does?
No. Ghost Rider can do that, but Ghost Rider is also just evil people. But then, the man calls himself a devil. He's all about Christianity and Catholicism. Like, it makes sense that out of everybody, this motherfucker can perform exorcisms.
How do you feel about those powers?
I think it's dope. Because it gives an extra layer that you can write into a story featuring him. Because just because it's a supernatural shit doesn't mean it's still not ground level. You can still tell that story and make it dope and make it cool. Mephisto has a bunch of motherfuckers working for him. I like it.
I mean, I hear you. So with Blade being officially canceled, I had a conversation with one of my coworkers, and we were saying how they could have just fucking went to the supernatural shit. And one of Blade's powers is that he can sense supernatural. and go after it. So if you would have opened up the door with Agatha for that shit and went to Jon Snow and started from where Jon Snow got the sword, it could have been almost like a buddy cop movie where you introduce both of these guys into the supernatural world and this shit, because everyone knows that he did the vampire shit. We could have Spider-Man them. Everyone knows the original Blade is Wesley Snipes. We don't need an origin story for this Blade. You know, we don't need an origin story for this Blade that badly. We could have jumped past it, and if we needed to, he could have went to have nightmares about it, or a legend being told about it, or the bad guy who fucking is a ghost or something like Agatha fucking talk about it to try to get under his skin and shit. Something, but we didn't need specifically vampires. And if you get rid of fucking, and this is supposed to be in the 20s, if you would have took the 20 shit out, I think it would have worked. I think it would have worked because you could have referred back to the 20s during this movie, and it could have been up to date. I don't understand. I don't understand what the fuck's going on. And better yet, here you go. Wasn't the monster movie supposed to have their own universe too? You can use the Dracula from the monster movie that you made that never went anywhere with the fucking mummy and shit like that. Just use that Dracula and have Blade go hunting for him. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, that's who he's looking for. He is like Drax looking for Thanos, but he has to do some shit first. You know what I'm saying? That's what you could do. I don't understand why there's an issue here. I don't understand why there's an issue. They needed to pull the head out their ass and stop being cute. You know, the shit with the 1920s, I don't know how that would have worked. And then the Fantastic Four being in the futuristic 60s, if that's supposed to be in another universe, I want to see how they're supposed to do that shit. But everything's getting complicated. So why is now Blade the only person they can't make a movie? Just saying. Apparently, the new Star Wars movie is going to be called The New Jedi Order in 2026 with Rey. Not this Rey, but the Rey that was from the other Star Wars. And Gen V season 2 has wrapped filming. Shit, which is crazy because is there one more season of The Boys? Or did we watch it all? The Boys is set to return for its 5th and final season on Amazon Prime with the expected release mid-2026. Jesus, why does it take so long between seasons? Like, if you know you're going to do this, why don't you just fucking record it and we get this shit next year? Why? By the time this shit comes out, we're going to forget what the fuck happened. We're going to forget what the fuck happened in that whole season. I have to watch this shit all over again. But with Gen V, they helped. At least 2 of them helped Vladimir Putin or whatever the fuck his name is. Wonder Boy, Wonder Bread. Fuck. The main guy. Come on now. Somebody's watching me. What's his name? Homelander. Thanks for telling me something. You know what? They were helping Homelander out, so I think Gen Z is gonna have something to do with them. But I don't know why it should take 2 years to get another season to come out. Ridiculous. But like I was saying, the new Star Wars movie is gonna be called The New Jedi Order.
Oh, the Rey movie?
Yeah.
That's also been put on the shelf. The writer of that one has Stephen Knight, who's done a couple of the Transformers films and other, like Bumblebee he did, which was pretty good, and other films which we like, he stepped away, citing creative differences and other shit. So who knows when that's gonna fucking come out, if at all.
I mean, yeah, thanks, Mr. Loki. 25 minutes after I asked. I appreciate it. I don't understand, man. I don't get it. I was saying we could use the Dracula from the movie that they made trying to set up their own monsterverse. Use that Dracula to be the Dracula that Blade is hunting, if anything. Like if you need a fucking Dracula, they already got that shit there and all that other bullshit, but I don't know, man. This generation, if you want to make America great again, then let's have people with the ability to make shit that knows what it takes to have hard work and to put in more than 5 minutes of effort into a fucking thing. So that way we can make a good story.
You know what luck with that, sir.
Because I feel like that now we're just getting, all right, what's your idea? Put them in a box. There you go. They're in a box. That's season 2. What? How did we get in the box? Don't worry about it. We'll tell the story later.
Hey, didn't we once see a program in which they were put in a blender and now they're saving lives?
Yeah, but that one made sense. And the seats of the Senate is 38 to 47 Republicans. But yeah, so since Ray's not here and we ain't got no more news, is there anything you want to talk about, or you want to go straight into these?
I might as well get into these reviews while he's not here.
Yeah.
That way, if he does come back, we can find something to talk about.
Yeah, because Ray likes to move it. All right, let's get to Agatha. I think episode 8, because it was episode 8 and 9, I believe, came out in the same day or some shit.
Yeah.
I don't think we missed one.
Yeah, we didn't miss a week, and it was 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Well, let's say what it is. There was an episode, and then an entire end credit that lasted 30 minutes.
Yeah, pretty much. This felt like this don't belong here. Like this episode did not belong here. It maybe belonged in the middle of the season when it was Agatha's turn to go through her trial, or maybe not at all. But I guess they just needed to.
Yeah, funny enough, the last episode of Agatha and this past episode of Penguin both had the same exact effect on me. And we'll get into it.
Oh yeah, but episode 8, I think, is the best episode of the season.
Really?
Well, 7 and 8 with the woman sacrificing herself, the telereader sacrificed herself. That was a good one, but I think 7 also was one of those things where it's like they took that one serious. This girl got her powers back. We finally found out what it meant when she said, "You have a tell, just like your mother," and not a good one.
I didn't. I don't know. Which is funny because I watched more of the episode than you did at the time, and that line went in one ear and out the other because I forgot she said it. I don't even know what you're about to reference.
Okay, so when she realized that wasn't her son, that was Wanda's son, she said that he has the same tell that Wanda has. When Wanda took over Westview, she did it to the movie she grew up watching. So it was all the sitcoms and then all that other shit, and we went through the decades of that. When Tommy, was it Tommy? Billy made the road. He did it to the Wicked Witch of the West. His room, the song that he heard that didn't really do nothing.
Yeah,
Like
so
a lot, all of the shit that he was around and that inspired him, he made that based off of that.
okay, this is why I didn't pick up on that. Because spoiler alert, we're getting into it. The richest road did not exist. Billy made it. Which, if you go back, is why Agatha's acting so fucking weird, trying to skirt all these things when everybody else is like, yo, we know what the fuck we got to do. What are you doing? Even I had a problem with that, right?
Yeah.
But now, this is why I missed that cue. One, how the fuck does Billy, who doesn't know these women, know what tests they need to be done? And two, how does Agatha, who doesn't know this kid, knows, oh, this is shit from that inspired you? How the fuck would you know that? You don't know this kid. I didn't know that. And I'm on the outside watching, and I'm normally pretty good at picking up shit.
Yeah.
I think you got to that conclusion before I did.
Well, they also reinforced it in the episode 9 when he went into his room and he saw the shoes, and that's why they took off the shoes. They saw the yellow brick road.
I get when you get the twist, when you see like the memento shit where you're like, oh fuck, I did all this. I don't know how she would have gotten that without any prior knowledge of this kid.
Well, here's the thing though. If you pay attention, the only one that really knows the road is Agatha, because she's the only one that survived it. So if you know more about the road that doesn't exist, eventually you're gonna be like, is he making this shit up? Because you see, every time something happens, she's always like, wait a minute. Let me try to get out of here. Or I'm not doing this. It's not because, like, when she didn't drink the wine, it wasn't because it was a test from the road. It was I don't know where the fuck we're at. And I don't know who's doing this.
Yeah. You only get that though once you get the reveal that Tommy made this.
Yeah. No, for sure. That was not apparent in the beginning of this.
Which I think it's a big miss that they didn't play up more that Agatha's the only one who knows this shouldn't exist.
Yeah.
Because this, when you get to the last episode, this doesn't look, it still did not look like the road never existed. It looked like Agatha on purpose fucked up the ritual just to get everybody mad at her, just so she could take their powers.
Yeah.
So when she tries to fuck up again and it comes to fruition, it read more as, wait a minute, we actually did it? And not, that shouldn't be here.
Yeah.
What is this?
But then when the door opened, they went back and they showed, like, she did what the fuck? And then Billy came down running, we gotta go. And she just went. But I know it should have been more apparent.
Yeah,
it should have been more apparent, or that should have been more of a, oh shit.
Yeah, it shouldn't have been more apparent that the road was fake because they would have killed the twist.
Yeah,
it should have been more apparent that Agatha knew something different. That's why she was bucking the trend.
Yeah, like she didn't recognize the road or nothing.
Yeah, like it really came across as this bitch just doesn't want to do the work.
Yeah,
she thinks she could just skate by. Like that's how it came across, which is a little bit, for me, a little bit disappointing because now I get what, 7 episodes where I'm like, yo, all this bitch had to do was follow the goddamn rules Because how easy was it? Every time they did what they were supposed to do, shit happened and it ended. When she did what she was supposed to do in the last room, it ended. Everything went back to fucking normal. When the girl from SNL finally confronted Agatha and got to the end of her road, she got her powers back. Boom, she was gone.
Yeah.
Which is something else that bugs me. Is how can he subconsciously make a road he wasn't aware of, set parameters he wasn't aware of, have endings. Like, he didn't know that lady, the what do you call it, the Asian lady, but yet her whole fucking thing was breaking her curse, her mom's song.
Well,
like, here's my question:
the Asian lady was the EMS that came to get him.
No.
And they crashed.
Yeah, but Billy didn't know her story.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
My question is, did he build the road the entire way, or was it the more he heard their story, like he just finished hearing the Asian lady story, so the next test was the Asian lady.
Yeah.
He just finished hearing this, like he just was mad at Agatha, so the next test was Agatha. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
you would have to go back and watch to see in what order he learned certain things and the test came about. Because if he did the test and really didn't know her that well, how would you build that test around her without knowing the particulars? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense. And then to haunt them, but then again, he does mind read. He could have subconscious. Now this is yoga, hot yoga. Put the heater on. He could have subconsciously read their minds and their experiences and created the road without even knowing he was doing it.
Dude, I change your name from Totex to Dalsim because that was a fucking stretch. That's a stretch. Dude, how good are you at your job?
Extremely good. Extremely good.
Have you ever subconsciously conjured up mail for a floor that you knew they needed it?
Yeah. I was like, the 12th floor isn't getting enough mail. They're going to complain. Let me make mail. And they came down and said, I haven't been getting whacked. There you go. Old bills, CDs, DVDs.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, no matter, for somebody who didn't even know what the extent of his powers were, he did all this shit with his mind, not even letting him know he's doing it.
Yeah. In a cave with scraps.
Yeah. When yet he was in the car with his boyfriend and he couldn't control it and he just heard the shit.
Heard that specific Asian story where he's making out with his boyfriend and said, no, you know what? I got to save this woman. Which then makes you think, was that lady cursed? Was the song a protection barrier?
Well, so the protection shit and the curse all came outside of that room. Like, Agatha knew about the curse. Death knew about the curse. Because when Death came to get her, she said, yo, I just broke the fucking curse. And Death was like, yeah, them's the breaks, kiddo. So those two aspects and the song all happened outside of him before all this shit happened. But the fact that that you would need to sing the song 150 times,
which is another thing, because it's like, how come no one, when they played her mother's version of the song, accidentally opened up the fucking road? Like,
because remember, you needed a coven, and you needed specific shit. Plus, it wound up that the road was bullshit the whole time.
because that went through my mind a little bit. Like, No one's opened this road?
Dude.
It was common knowledge on how to open this shit up.
Yeah.
And no one opened this.
You know what the fuck? You know what bugging me? What's bugging me is the salt of the earth has to spill on you. The salt of the earth has to spill on you. The salt that you have to say the incantation 4 million times before anything happens. It's like that is not a fucking power that's worth anything.
Yeah, because the salt of the earth. Blah. We stopped them there.
Yeah. When Doctor Strange did it, he wasn't casting the spell. He had already reversed time. Back to the same moment. Like,
yeah.
It wasn't a hey, I'm gonna cast this term. Dormammu, I've come to bargain. Dormammu, I've come to bargain.
Boom shakalaka, boom shakalaka, boom shakalaka, tika boom shakalaka.
So, all right, let's get into a little bit of what these episodes are. So, the last episode, or the penultimate episode, they finished the Witch's Road. Right, they deal with the aftermath of losing the tarot card reader.
Yeah.
They get trapped in the last room, and they come to the realization that Wanda is the one who bound the lady from SNL and kept her from her power for 100 years.
Agatha.
I said Wanda, right?
Yeah.
Agatha. Yeah.
Because she couldn't get it back. Nah.
Yeah.
Wanda dead.
So they did an unbinding, which again, 15 minutes of you have no power over me. You have no power over me. I rebuke you, or whatever the fuck that was. She gets her power back. Boom. She disappears. Wanda tells Wanda, God damn it, I said it again. Agatha
yep.
tells Billy, hey, you want to find Tommy? You know where he is. You got to do for him what you did for yourself. So he had to find a body for Tommy to come into because he's apparently floating around the astral sea, which is not a Marvel thing. It's a D&D thing. But his spirit is floating around, I guess, limbo or something. And you get a good moment where he's like, oh, I found a kid who was pushed off a rock who's drowning.
Yeah.
And he's like, did I kill this kid in order to put my brother in it? And that's one of the things where, see, this is where sometimes it sucks being me. Because there is that moment, that genuine moment, where you would be like, is this the right thing to do? Did I just take a life to put a life in? But being me, I'm sitting here watching, go, we clearly saw these motherfuckers push him.
Yeah.
You didn't make all of them push this motherfucker in.
Yeah, it's not like you forced them to kill this kid so you could put your brother in. He was on his way dying.
But that's a me thing.
But
Marvel can't account for that.
Then again, I can understand the thing of, did I prematurely take his body?
Yeah, that again, like I said, I can understand. I can understand where they were going for it with it, but just for me, I don't know.
I hear you. That was
because again,
now you're playing the fucking victim over here. Now I don't know any of my powers.
What I think they should have done was not showed us how the kid started drowning. And then make it look like, make us question for a second, did he drown this kid to put his brother in? And then we find out, no, his friends pushed him. He was already drowning. You know, just that little moment to make us question shit. Because I can't question it if you tell me the answer. Like, if you tell me the stripper's in the cake, I can't act surprised when she pops out.
Yeah. But that did give us the most realist Agatha has ever been.
Yeah, which she had to finally let go of her son.
But also, when she was like, "No, boys just die."
Yeah.
So I mean,
then Agatha gets out. Let's continue on here. Agatha gets out. She finally lets go of the death of her son, and then death comes for her. And it looks like Agatha's gonna get her ass handed to her because she didn't get her powers back. Because one,
fuck them. That's why.
It's funny. My thought was always there is no end of the richest road for Agatha because she's never gotten her powers from anything other than taking them.
Yeah.
So unless at the end of this shit she's gonna take some shit from somebody, there's no ending. There's no end where she finishes and gets her power back.
So wait, when she lost her power, she ran out of her power. That's why she couldn't.
No, remember, Wanda took the power from her. Wanda siphoned her power.
No, I'm talking about when she took the Asian woman's powers, and she got her powers.
She took it, but it wasn't enough.
So there was a time limit on it. That's why she couldn't use it at the end.
Yeah, because when we get into the next episode, I'll explain all that. But then we get I think the coolest moment of the season. Wiccan shows up full force, full costume with the hood and the thing. He looked dope. That was a pretty good fucking costume for him. He gets in there, a little bit of tussle with death. He gives Agatha the power and is like, yo, just don't take it all. And she held on. She held on for a long time. And gets her powers back. And then finally they make a deal where Agatha does what Agatha always does. She dies. So death is satisfied. Then Billy gets to go home.
Yep.
And we'll tell you what happens to Agatha now that we get into the finale. So in the finale, we get the story of what happened to her son. And apparently, we still don't know who the father is, but apparently her son was supposed to die at childbirth. Death was there. That's where the whole fucking split happened. Is death came for the son. And Wanda begged and pleaded for it not to happen, but death was like, I can't stop it. I can just give you time. And they gave her like 6 years, I think. 6 or 9 years with the son.
It had to be 9 because that boy was way too older than 5. You said 5, 4. I was like, Dad, this is the most maturest 5-year-old.
I can't remember what they say, so I'm gonna say the range from 6 to 9. But this is again where they took. This is where they took any sense of, like when I said that this is connected to the Penguin. They took any sense of humanity out. Because although she seemed like a good mother, she did seem more concerned with gathering witches in order to take their power.
Yeah.
Than anything else.
Yeah.
So then death comes for the kid. He dies. She grieves. And she starts this whole thing about the witch's road. Gathering a coven. And now, she took that one lady's power. It wasn't enough. Every time she takes a power, she takes from every single witch. And that's what sustains her. And I guess Wiccan is definitely stronger than the Asian lady.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna be right back. I use the bathroom, but keep going.
Yeah, so we find out that whole thing. Then we get the whole confirmation when we go back to Billy's room that he did create the road somehow. I guess he has similar powers to what his mom does. And then we find out what anybody who's ever read a comic or played a video game knows. Agatha is back in witch form. Witch form. Jesus Christ. Sorry, guys. Lack of sleep on my end. I'm also planning like fucking 3 to 4 things coming up within this month and next month. So my mind's out there. But she's back in ghost form. Because Agatha's always been like a mentorish figure in life and in death. Like she's always popping up as a ghost form somewhere. And she just looks at Billy and is like, yo. There's one good moment where Billy was like, yo, I killed the old lady from the 70s show, the Asian lady, and Agatha was like, nah, I killed her. He's like, I killed the tarot card reader. And Agatha was like, well, she sacrificed herself. And Billy's down is like, yo, I'm a witch killer. I kill witches. And Agatha's like, no, do the math. You saved one because again, the girl from SNL completed the road, got her powers back, and she was free. She woke up outside of Westview and she flew off. So she's out there somewhere. But again, me being me, this is where I get a little bit of a problem because he goes from immediate, I killed members of my coven and I don't like this, to looking at Wanda like a few scenes later, looking at Agatha a few scenes later, and was like, hey, you know what we got in common? It's like, we both kill witches. We both kill our fucking coven. Totally fine. As they now teaming up to go after Tommy. They're going to go find Tommy somewhere. He tried to expel her in her ghost form with, again, saying the incantation 15 fucking times. But it didn't work because she's not ready to face her son. She's not ready to go wherever it is that he's in. So her body stayed around. She fought it. And now they're going to team up, go after Tommy, which is going to be fun because they took 2 kids that were made of nothing and that were Mephisto's soul split into 2 or some shit that he reabsorbed, and took them and said, fuck it. You are you, put it as him. And now there's 2 people running around in other people's skin, essentially. You ever see that movie? What the fuck was that movie? Meet Joe Black?
Meet Joe Black?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. The greatest car accident scene in the history of movies.
Yeah. That's essentially what they did. They pulled the same thing from Meet Joe Black. 2 bodies died and they stuffed themselves in. And now we got 2 more of the Young Avengers, which now brings us officially to Kamala, Kate Bishop, Wiccan, and Speed. Billy and Tommy.
Yeah.
Oh, and Riri from Ironheart.
Yeah.
I heard she's going to be part of the team.
Now, here's my dumbass question. This is my dumbass question since the beginning of the show, but I didn't ask it because I know this was going to be a stupid question. This is going to be a question that pisses you off the same way as no one sees this fucking hand in the ocean. My question is, you're telling me Billy was alive since the implosion of that red fucking dome, and Wanda only heard these niggas in other dimensions?
Remember, the Darkhold lies to you.
She is the Darkhold. Also, you're telling me that she couldn't sense this strong ass fucking witchdom?
Again, the Wanda we got in Multiverse of Madness is wildly inconsistent with the Wanda from WandaVision.
And also, so they said that Wanda died.
Huh?
Agatha said Wanda's dead. This happened way before Multiverse of Madness. This had to have happened way before Multiverse of Madness.
No, because Multiverse of Madness happened right after she let everybody go from Westview.
No, she was.
She went to a different place. She was at the mountain. She was at the mountain cavern, or the mountain cottage, where she heard everybody, and she made her own illusion and shit there.
Also, I don't know if you know this. Wanda's motivation for taking America Vespucci's
I'm still here,
power,
by the way. I didn't leave.
Yeah, is the same reasoning that Agatha lost her child. If you notice.
What do you mean?
So Agatha lost her child, like he was a little sick and she couldn't like save him. And she said it. She's like, there's nothing I could have done to save this. Death was taking him. And what did Wong say? To like, why do you need her powers? Just have her take you to the kids in a dimension where they don't have you. But what if they get sick and I can't save them? And there's medicine on another universe. It's like, wait, did you know that Agatha lost her child because he got sick and she couldn't save him?
If that's the case, that's going to be one of those. Hey, that kid in Spider-Man 2 and Iron Man 2 was Peter Parker. I don't think that. I think that was coincidentally just said.
You know what I'm saying? But like
just
that's the thing that if you, as a standalone TV show, it's a good watch. But when you try to put it with the things, it's like, I don't know. This is a little too rough. Because I remember she was in the cornfield, at least for a little while. And then Vision was never, like, Vision was mentioned, but I guess Billy didn't give a fuck about his father. No one gave a fuck about Vision. Wanda didn't even give a fuck about Vision. She's like, oh, I had to kill this nigga twice. So fuck him. Like, she didn't care about the white Vision, the Spanish Vision, none of the Vision. She didn't care about Daredevil's Vision.
She didn't care about Univision?
Yeah, she didn't care about Daredevil's Vision. She didn't care about none of the motherfuckers. But that's the question I had, is like, you looking for your son? He's right there. And then what would have happened? Would she have rejected him because he wasn't in the body that she made him?
I don't know, man. He looks like that motherfucking kid.
Yeah.
Dude, but that's what I'm saying. The Multiverse of Madness completely undid what the fuck WandaVision did.
Yeah.
Plus, it's the same trope that they do with every fucking thing that I can't stand. Nobody can ever accept, learn to move on, and let go. Every motherfucker has got to hold, and hold until it ruins every fucking facet of their life. It's fucking fury. Like, Agatha, I get it. You had only 6 years. 6 to 9 years. Death took whatever. You were around 100-something years. That had to have been enough time.
Yeah.
How much stronger? How much stronger is it? Think of this. All right, because Agatha's supposed to be this fucking bastion of fucking piss poor humanity, right? Think of this. Death comes down to her, right? But Rio, and we all thought she was Rio and nobody. And she brings up Nicholas Scratch. And Agatha just looks at her and goes, "You know more about him than I do?" With no fucking flinching. And Rio gets that look like, "Oh shit, that didn't work. I gotta do something else to get under her skin."
Wait, who's Rio?
Death. Aubrey Plaza.
Oh.
Her original name was Rio. Because again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not talking about Agatha completely forgetting it. Like, I don't give a shit about him.
Yeah.
But at this point, it should no longer hold that big of an effect.
Yeah.
But again, that's just me.
I mean, it pulls at the heartstring of what if you got 5 moments? You know, like everybody wants that one last time they're never gonna get.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you a little thing, right? I don't talk about it much.
Yeah.
But you brought it up. I'm on passing.
Yeah.
Would I like to open up a fucking Flashpoint portal and go to another timeline where she is alive just to get one last hug, see her one more time, all that shit? Of fucking course I would. But if somebody came up to me on the street and tried to use that to get me angry, or use that as some mean of fucking like, I know something about you,
to coerce you into doing something for them.
Yeah, that's not gonna work. Because I've already come to terms, I've accepted it, I have moved on. I haven't moved past, I've moved on. And it just boggles me that that's a trope that writers keep leaning on. Because it happens in everything. Like, perfect example. This is the thing that I always go to, right? And this is just an example that's ready in my mind, but there's more of these.
Yeah.
Star Wars Rebels, Ezra, right? In the cartoon, his family has been dead. He knows they're dead. But yet Palpatine puts him in this space where shit's messing with his mind, and his mom and dad show up again. And again, the trope is he can't let go. He's trying to save him. He's trying to do whatever he can to stay with these two. And it's infuriating because it's like, my man, you know, this is not real. He didn't actually put bones and blood and flesh and real in front of you. It's an illusion. You should easily be able to see through this, but he can't, because the trope is deep down he's never let go. He hasn't gotten past, even though this motherfucker's been on his own for however many years. He was with Kanan for however many years.
Yeah.
With Sabine. And it's like, I get you want to pull in the heartstrings and everybody, you know, it tugs and all this shit. But come on, dog. Like, why does that always have to be the go-to? You can't come up with something more creative around that?
Yeah.
But again, that's a me thing.
But I get it though. I get it. It is more motivation. You know, as a guy that is alone his whole life, you're gonna act like he's not strong enough to be like he's been alone this whole time.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden he's not strong enough to be alone.
Let's bring it to Agatha. Agatha was like, "Oh, I can't face him yet." Why? Because since he's dead, you've been a piece of shit? But you were a piece of shit while he was alive.
Yeah.
You were using him to lure young witches to steal the power. He knows who you are. You didn't kill him.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing that you showed me in which she should act in that way.
And to be honest with you, if that's the case, then she should have been spending this whole time like Wanda trying to bring him back, or trying to find somebody to kill her so she can fucking be with her son. That should have been the twist where she wants Death to kill her, and Death is like, no.
Yeah.
I took your son. I made you made your payment.
She should have been closer to the comic where she is good, but she's just, I'm gonna give you this perfect example. In the D&D show that I watch, right? They got one of the guys is a paladin, but for the evil gods, for the betrayer gods. And he's trying to fit in with the group.
Okay.
And he's like, Dorian, how do I get them to trust me? It's like, I want. He's like, my plan is to go to Orem, because he's everybody's favorite, earn his trust. That way,
what up, Krills?
Everybody else distrusted me will die and burn in a fire by the roadside. And Dorian was like, wait, what? He's like, oh, I don't know how to say this without sounding evil. He's like, I want to vanquish their distrust in me. Like, that's Wanda. That's Agatha. Where it's like, yeah, she's a good guy. But why is this the one we have? But in the show,
Minute Maid,
she's just a piece of fucking shit.
Yeah.
Do you know she purposely, or they play up as the joke, that she purposely can't remember the name of the woman she spent all those years with in Wanda's little fucking world.
Yeah.
Every time they bring up her name, she's like, who the fuck is that? And you mean to tell me that this woman, who's been the same, is too ashamed to see? You should have been doing shit to try to rectify that then.
Yeah.
Like, the whole purpose of her hatred for Wanda, or any animosity for Wanda, should have been, I legitimately tried to help you. You thought what I was doing was hurting you, and you robbed me of my own agency and my power. And then, like, how cool would it have been if we had a moment like in Cobra Kai, where Cobra Kai, they recontextualize the story of the Karate Kid.
Yeah.
Right? And it turns out, oh, this dude, Johnny, is not really a piece of shit. He's a little bit of shit happened to him.
He was bullied by this guy.
How fucking good would it have been had they recontextualized and be like, wait a minute. She really wasn't attacking Wanda. She was trying to help. But there was a lack of communication. And Wanda took shit from her. And now we're like, oh, so the good guy did something a little bad. Now the bad guy was actually really good. And now we have this thing where we go on and it's like, well, we heard all about you. And Agatha's like, I'm gonna play up what you hear, because I know this shit shouldn't exist. And I just wanna see what the fuck this is, where this is going. Because think about it.
Yeah.
They turn around and was like, yo, you killed every witch that was ever in your coven. And instead of that being some, no, I didn't, that turned out to be, yes, I did. The only thing they did that was a no, I didn't, was they're like, oh, you sold your son for the Darkhold. And that turned out to be not true. But she let everybody believe that. We should have had more of that.
Yeah, but that's another thing. Like, why would you let people believe that? You don't want people.
That would play up. That would play up the whole. I don't need you to.
Kidding me?
I don't need you to be too close to me. I need you to be close enough that we can get through this.
Arm's length.
Yeah, but I don't need you to be fucking kumbaya with me. Because look at Frank Castle. Frank Castle, he's a hero, but barely.
Yeah.
And that's what we needed from Agatha. We need Agatha to be a hero, but barely.
Shit, the way they write her, it's almost like she can't be a hero.
Yeah. And here's the fucking funny thing. The minute she's a ghost, you're like, oh, so she's gonna mentor Billy. And you get the sense that, okay, she's legit gonna take this dude under the wing. They're gonna go find Tommy. And now that she can't do any more fuckery, she's gonna be the fucking Wanda she should have been. I keep fucking saying it. She's gonna be the Agatha that she should have been this whole time. Agatha all along.
That makes sense.
But now, with all that said, before we move on to La Penguin, what is your summation of the entire series?
I think the entire series is good. It's a binge watching series because it's a short story, and it's a story like that you don't really need gaps. So I think if you're gonna binge watch it, it'll probably come out better than if you watched it week by week. But it was definitely better than She-Hulk. But I will give She-Hulk 2 episodes for Deadpool. You can't really beat those 2 episodes. But it was a better in total watch of She-Hulk, and it was okay watch. Like, knowing that this wasn't gonna do shit for the MCU, they just made the show. It was like, oh, this is not bad. It was like a seat filler, plot fillers. I wouldn't say it was the best show they ever made.
Yeah, sir. Some people are putting it right up there.
I hear you. I drink Coke, but I don't take Coke. I wouldn't say that it's the best shit ever made. But go ahead.
Are we still having our guests come on to talk about it or no?
No,
probably not. Right?
Yeah.
Because I would have loved to hear what they would have said about it.
Yeah.
My summation of this whole series is there's nothing horrendously egregious about it, like the Acolyte or She-Hulk. There's definite moments. I'm not gonna lie. Episode 6 and 7, I thought were fucking fantastic. I love the whole, we find out how Billy came to this plane. And I love the whole shit with the tarot card reader. And like I said, there's 5 minutes in every episode that I absolutely loved. The last 2 episodes were a little bit of a letdown, but that seems to be the case with anything on fucking Disney Plus. So I'd give this a solid 7 as an entire series. It's a good series if you got nothing else to watch. Ray, if you're tired of watching the Avengers for the
87th
fucking time,
or the Power Rangers.
Yeah, it's not close to Power Rangers Dino Nuggets, which I know is a favorite of yours, but no, it's close. It's close. It's more like Power Rangers Ocarina of Time or whatever, Speed Force or whatever the fuck they do. But it was a decent watch.
Yeah.
And it would have been way better if I wasn't me. And if Catherine Hahn did not try whatever the fuck she was doing when she was the Fargo cop in the first episode, and when they did it again in Billy's episode.
Yeah.
Holy shit. That is if I had a drill, I would have tried to drill that part of my head to make me forget about that.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was Agatha. Now we go to Penguin, which is close to the. Let me see how many episodes Penguins.
Probably, I'd say either 8 or 9. I think. So this is episode 7 that we're on.
Yeah. So 8. It was supposed to have 8 episodes.
So this is the penultimate episode.
Yeah. So November 10th is the last episode.
Which is coming up, what, next week?
Next week is the 12th. So it's next.
So this Sunday.
This Sunday, yeah. What's going on, Leon? I was saying the 12th, Deadpool and Wolverine debut on Disney Plus. We could do a live reaction show to it here. We could watch it. Me, you, Ray, and whoever else decides the show. Me, you, Ray, and Show. He'll be here and I didn't know. We could do a live reaction to it. I could watch it here.
I'd make the argument that Null should have been used at all in fucking Venom 3. But.
Word. But yeah. So this was the episode before the season finale. Which I think this episode was constructed wrong. This episode should have started with them coming to get the Penguin like they did. And when the Hangman was talking to his mom, that should have came up. The kid, like, I don't think we should have started this episode with, oh no, the Penguin's a piece of shit and you're not supposed to like him. Because now the rest of the episode is like, who are we supposed to like? Who are we supposed to like?
Yeah. This was probably the worst episode for me. Because, so back when we first started, I said I don't normally watch these shows because I don't like watching shows about people I personally don't give a shit about or can't root for. And then they played a trick where they were like, no, you could root for the Hangman. She got fucked over. You could root for Oswald Cobblepot. He got fucked over. They're victims of circumstance. They're not fucking villains. And then they start the episode, like you said, where it's like, oh no. Oswald is he's an Oedipus complex. He's obsessed with his mom. And he's a fucking full-on piece of shit since he was 10. What would you say, 10, 12?
Yeah.
Killed his brothers. Not one fucking iota of giving a shit. At least not one is shown. And now we're back to the show that I wouldn't have watched if this was the show from the beginning.
Yeah.
I guess the only redeeming thing is that the Hangman, Sophia, is smarter than people give her credit for. And she pulled the Roddy Piper. Just when you think you had the answer, she changed the question.
Yeah. Well, not for nothing. If I'm here to kill you and you got my drugs and I want my drugs, you got $30 million, would you be asking for it in a building like that? No. And when the car pulled up, in my head, I was like, they should just shoot the Penguin right in his fucking head, or that's a bomb.
Yeah.
Because there's no way this bitch is coming to get that shit with his mom. Nah. You do that shit in the open.
You know what I would have done? But again, I'm fucked up in the head. I would have still had the bomb in the car, right? Set to that timer. I would have had the Penguin's mom. walked her out, and as she got halfway, bam, take her out. While he's too worried about dealing with her, nobody sees the bomb go off.
Wow. Yeah. Which is another. No, what's happening? What's happening? Nothing. And he runs away and leaves everyone there to die. Like, you couldn't be like, it's a bomb. At least if you would have said it, they would have at least had the chance to cover up, do something. My man said, fuck it. Kill him. Kill them. Don't kill me.
Yo, that's... Again, it's one thing when he's double-crossing the main head mob bosses and the people who are behind the scenes, ruining people's lives. But when he sits here and he says, because the Maroni shows up with just two guys and almost takes over the whole fucking thing. And when they fight back, he turns around and says, yo, you're the army. I know this isn't what you guys signed up for, but you're the only army I got now. Signifying that these are not the people who are the hardened criminals, who are the fucking slit your throat. These are just the people of circumstance who I have no other fucking means. I live in a building with no power that's fucking crumbling, that they don't give a shit about 10 feet in that direction.
Yeah.
And for him not to say anything to any one of them, and the audacity to jump down the same fucking pipe that killed his brothers.
Yeah. That could have been the part where we like, oh, he is a dick. Because the Asian guy basically said it's like, nigga, you turn your back on everybody. Like, if there's a foot to step on, you step on it.
Yeah, but as I'll rephrase what I just said there. He was stepping on the right people,
yeah,
climbing up.
No, I get it.
First time we've seen him step on people
going down.
Yeah, on the bottom rungs.
But again, he is not supposed to be a character that we like. He's supposed to be the guy that we go, the Batman needs to get him.
I would actually argue that out of all of the people in Batman's rogue gallery, Penguin, Freeze, Clayface, Harvey Dent, they are the most humanistic fucking villains he has. Those are the villains in which he could sympathize with. Because at the end of the day, Harvey Dent was trapped in a bad situation, and what happened to him was based off of the situation he was in and not anything that was in him to begin with. Clayface is a tragic fucking character who did that to himself in a rush to stay young and relevant.
Yeah.
Freeze is only ever trying to cure his wife and is doing what he has to for that. Penguin is only ever trying to run his club and have his little slice of the pie. Penguin has never been really one that was trying to get out everything. So you could have had him stay with. You could have had him. What did I say in the last episode? That I think his mom and Victor should die, so that way we get that push.
Yeah,
where he goes from Oswald Cobblepot to Penguin.
Yeah,
but you could have done that with within this world where everybody's bad. He's the good guy of the bad people. She's the bad guy of the bad people. But now we just got Sophia's the tragic one. And I hope he gets his fucking comeuppance. I want to see him fail.
Well,
Even though we know he's not, because he's got to be the Penguin. He's got to.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been so much better when this guy catches a heart attack. He's like, "I beat you," that we would have been behind his back like he did. Even though that to me was like, wow, that's crazy. The Penguin is failing his way to success. He is failing his way to success. Just like you said he was.
Yeah. See, and again, where I think they could have kept him still more humanistic, because I think it's still a piece of shit move to tell a man dying of a heart attack who was whooping your ass that you beat him. They could have had it where he was like, shit. His heart just gave out on him. And in that moment, he doesn't play it up, but he shoots the gun. And when he walks outside to the people who don't know what happens, play it up.
Yeah, he just beat this dude.
Yeah, because then we get that distinction of, all right, he knows what happened, but he's got to play it up for them. They don't know what just went on in there.
But you see, the crazy shit is, though, the Penguin knows how to motivate people. He doesn't know how to keep them. Like, he doesn't know. I think he attached himself to Victor the same way he attached himself to his mom, because Victor's someone that he feels like he needs to take care of. He needs to teach. He needs to do shit for. Where the same thing with his mom. You never notice he always was trying to take care of his mom.
Yeah.
So
that was a little weird.
Yeah.
I get it, given their dynamic as adults.
Yeah.
But as a kid, that was fucking weird as shit. Especially since it looked like the mom was more trusting and like the older son more.
Well, because I mean, the older son knew what was happening. Like, go give this shit to this guy. You know?
Dude, what do we think happened to Vic?
I think Vic's gonna come with the army at the end.
But he hasn't answered his phone. He would like, what the fuck's he been doing?
With the Asians or some shit. I think Vic's gonna save the day with that. Either that or he said, "Fuck it, I'm going with my girl." He drove to Detroit. Oh, whatever the fuck.
Shit, that's a little too fucking late on that one.
Said, "Baby, I missed the bus, but I walked all the way over here."
Yeah, I don't know about you.
Why you in the car? I stole a car 2 blocks down.
I don't know about you. I would have went with the girl.
I would have went with the girl too, just for the simple fact that it's like, my home is destroyed. I don't want to live there. Be reminded of that. If I had an opportunity to go, to do something else, I'd have took it.
Yo, that his decision to stay only pissed me off when he bitched out after shooting that guy.
Yeah.
Because again, I understand full well what it means to hold a weapon, what pulling a trigger means, what taking a life means. I understand. They drilled us in the military that these are not toys. I know what the fuck it means.
Yeah.
But if you were going to give up a life with your girl to be around Oz, to live in this world, at a certain point, you got to man the fuck up.
Yeah.
That was a beginning of him and the Penguin's relationship act, where you shoot the guy and you're like, fuck, and you freak out. Not fucking, you've already been taking care of his mom. You've been put into some shit. You already left and came back, and you made your fucking solemn vow. It's me and you until the end. You had the gun with you.
Yeah,
I mean, you gotta shit or get off the pot, my man.
Shit, but other than that, it's a good show.
Yeah,
it no
this
longer
episode fell a little bit, but it's been good overall.
It's no longer a Soprano show for me. Like the first couple episodes of Soprano show. This isn't a Soprano show now. This is damn, what show is this dude just trying to survive? It's almost like
But Breaking Bad?
Yeah.
Better Call Saul, maybe?
No, Breaking Bad. Because Breaking Bad, they were in fucked up situations, but since what's his name was a genius, they got out of it. But it was still something like that. It's like this guy is just failing his way to the top. And we're here to watch every second of it. Because I get it, but I want to see what other character they draw out of this, because I want to see how Bane would fit into it. Some shit like that.
I don't think you could do a character-driven story with Bane.
I think you could if you did the scientist and that Venom was administered a different way, because not for nothing, unless those the hoses are aluminum, you just cut him and he dies. You know what I'm saying? So like the Venom has to be.
I tell you right now, if those hoses were made out of aluminium, you can still cut through them shit. You can cut through a Coke can, bro.
Aluminum. That's the aerospace graded aluminum.
Really? Because that sounds like some shit you get off of Temu.
Yeah.
Yo, I bought these aluminum fucking cans. Like,
aluminum dudiums. Aluminum dudiums.
Is Ray around?
No.
Or did he skedaddle? Because is he doing another interview? Ray, if you're hearing this, if you're seeing this, you can come back in.
Hit him up. But yeah. Only the dude from Apple could say it correctly. Yo, for real. Aluminum. Alisa Alanja Blaze. Aluminum. But you ever notice no one has ever cut through a fucking iPhone? They haven't tried yet.
That's because Elon Musk didn't make it.
They throw a baseball at iPhone and shatters. You shoot it, it's fine.
Girls, have you watched any of the two things? Have you watched any of the shows that we talked about? And second thing,
Agatha all along.
Second thing, fuck you with Shaquan, dude. Fucking jumping, hurdling over motherfuckers backwards and shit.
That was crazy. Shaquan Barkley.
He should have been doing that for us as we're losing games.
Good to see. Shaquan Barkley.
You know, just for that, I hope your feathers never get into another Super Bowl.
Shit. But we're gonna talk about that shit tomorrow, Crows, if you're gonna be on. But yeah. What else?
I think we're pretty much done.
Yeah.
I mean, it's election night, so I know everybody is wanting to turn on the news and see what the fuck's going on.
Word. Yes, well, fuck it. That was the Penguin and Agatha. We'll be back next week with the season finale of Penguin. And probably some more comic talk. And tomorrow we're going to talk about Aaron. And if the Jets can pull it off.
Rex Ryan thinks they can.
Nah, I hear you, Crows. And adulting, yo, it does suck. It sucks like a fucking Joker on 42nd Street. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen.
So hold on, I gotta do the thing of Ray. come back in here tomorrow at 9 where we talk about sports. He just told you a little bit about what they're talking about. Thursday, they're going to do the wrestling show where they're going to talk about probably wrestling, maybe other things. Who knows? Then come back Friday and or Saturday and or Sunday for, let me see if I can get this right, the Toe and the Show with Ray and Gigi and presented by G5, G6, Brock Lesnar, Suplex City, and Diet Coke.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfuckers. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, it's your friendly neighborhood knuckleheads signing out. Peace out.